At 5 o'clock, we've got the Cure Bowl. Northern Illinois is going to be playing Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina is favored by 11 points on ESPN2. These two teams have never played before, so I thought that was an interesting fact. This is going to be the first time they've ever played. Northern Illinois is kind of a cool story. They won 0 games last year. They come back. They end up going 8-4 in the regular season, getting to the MAC championship, and then blowing out Kent State to get a MAC title. It's such a cool story for the Huskies. A team that really came out of nowhere on the picture. I remember Northern Illinois, first game of the year? No one thought they had a chance against Georgia Tech, and then they went, I think, to Georgia Tech and beat them. Then they ended up losing to Wyoming, which is a game that I got wrong. And in hindsight, probably shouldn't have gotten wrong. You know those games like that? Like, you predicted the wrong outcome, but looking back on it, those two teams were very different, and one was much better than the other. It's like when I picked Pitt to beat Western Michigan. I don't think any Pitt fan, looking back on it, would have thought, yeah, that Western Michigan lost, that makes sense. No, it makes no sense. Pitt was so good after that game. And Western Michigan just wasn't that great of a MAC team. It's so confusing. Just like the Northern Illinois-Wyoming game. But regardless, in the MAC championship, Rocky Lombardi didn't have his best game. He only went 7-15, threw for 102 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a pick. Jay Ducker on the ground, though. 29 carries for 146 yards. And that's going to be a trend with both of these teams, is their run games are what does it for them. And Northern Illinois has a great run game. Tavion Rudolph ended up 3 catches for 50 yards. Coastal Carolina is kind of a disappointment to start the year. I'm going to say it right off the bat. It was saddening. It really was saddening to see Coastal Carolina lose a football game. They've lost 2 this year. One was a heartbreaker to App State. I forgot what the other one was, if I'm going to be honest. But Coastal Carolina had a chance this year to go win the Sun Belt. They got it last year. They got co-champions because they didn't play the Sun Belt Championship. But App State bested them once again. That's what App State has been doing forever since they started playing Coastal Carolina. That's easily their enemy. It's really kind of disappointing for Coastal Carolina, but they're still a very good football team. Grayson McCall is still a quarterback that probably should be drafted in the top 4 or 5 round. Again, probably not the first round caliber quarterback that we all thought maybe he was at the beginning of the year, but regardless, Grayson McCall has still been playing really well. Shamari Jones on the ground had 23 carries for 211 yards and a touchdown, and Javion Hiley had 6 catches for 87 yards and a touchdown. This game is going to be decided on the ground. That's all I have to say about it. It's going to be Jay Ducker versus Grayson McCall and Shamari Jones. It's going to be decided by who can get the most yards on the ground and who makes the fewest mistakes. I bet this game goes by like that, because both these teams do not throw the ball an insane amount of times. Shamari Jones is, again, running it on the ground a lot, and so is Northern Illinois. Coastal Carolina, I think the big difference between these two teams is Coastal Carolina has a much better run defense than Northern Illinois, which kind of sucks if you're Northern Illinois. But Coastal Carolina has been able to shut down teams on the ground, and Northern Illinois just has not been able to do that. That makes me think Coastal Carolina is going to be able to run roughshod on Northern Illinois. But I do think Northern Illinois stays close. I think they keep in this game, but I didn't cover that 11-point spread, but I do think Coastal Carolina wins.